I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, yeah. I'm the man. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. And while we're chilling, waiting for the crew to show up, unlock. What's up, Prince Revolver? What's up, Typeset? Hope everything's doing well. I think, no. Is it here? Yeah, it is. Lynn is a motherfucker. I fucking promise you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody, yeah, you motherfuckers always complain about me wearing the same shirt, just I'm wearing something different. First set here. What's good? What's up, unknown? Got you rocking in the zone, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Retro. You actually early, son. I haven't even been streaming for like 2 minutes yet. Swag City. I'll give it another minute and then probably another minute or two for everyone to get here. And then I'll start the actual talking about stuff. Oh, let's go, Revolver. About to get that motherfucking degree. Or I guess that would be certification, but still. I guess this would be a pre-congratulations. But pre-congratulations on that, Revolver. I still have the wolf shirt, Retro Death. It's actually, it's over there. I'm just not, I might actually put that on tonight. After I take my shower, I might switch into that. I don't know. Everybody was on this whole, like, Trail wears the same fucking shirts thing. So, you know, I thought maybe it was time to change the game a little bit and get some new shirts. Red Dragon, I saw it before you fucking deleted it. But it's alright. It's immortalized. The YouTube community will know the truth. Even if it only existed for a second. I've always liked Nike, to be fair, though. Like, Nike's just one of those brands I've always enjoyed. Oh, it's fine. Thank you for showing up, though, Typeset. I appreciate the support, even if you can't stay. What's up, Laker Link? But yeah, I'll start in a second. Just want to make sure everyone's here. So we have a good conversation going anyway. I know you're too quick. You want that Sonic the Hedgehog shit. Relax, bro. It doesn't hurt to take it slow sometimes. I used to like Adidas more, and then the Adidas shit used to keep breaking for me, and that was the problem. So I stopped using Adidas stuff for a while. Like I said, we'll start in just a second. Nah, Little Caesars. Just let me finish this real quick. What up, twin doggos? How you doing, boy? This bread is thick as fuck, yo. Yeah, I saw the videos you sent, Retro. This is My Hero Academia videos with the fight and everything. All right. Okay. Let's get into it. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Manic episode. So, this is usually my weekly Sunday show, where it's essentially a mixture of like news conversation and then like talking about, and then just having like a normal Q&A because you guys like the dialogue. So, a lot of you probably noticed that last week I didn't do one. And for those who saw, you know why. The reason why is because I was in DC during Pokemon Worlds, and I didn't get back until Monday, so I could not do a Sunday show. Well, at least not a traditional one, and I was kind of busy with other things. So I was in DC from that Thursday all the way up till that Monday. Now, I'm pretty sure KG Prestige is having his Pokepop podcast tomorrow, so I don't really want to go too much into the trip details because it'll come off redundant. Because I'm going to try to make that one after I do the Juices Loose earlier that evening. But the two things I do want to talk about as far as the event is concerned is I got to try the Pokemon Sword and Shield demo, and I also got to try the Pokemon Masters demo, which now has a confirmed release date of the 29th. So I do want to talk about that. As far as the trip itself, it was great. I enjoyed the fuck out of it to the point that I got depressed when I got back on the plane and went, fuck, man. I got to go back to, like, normal life. Which, to me, is the mark of a good vacation, but it's also, like, you got to change something in your own life if you're getting bummed out purely just from, like, the thought of going back to, like, normalcy and shit. I got to meet Twin Daggers. Didn't want a picture, which is kind of a shame because I kind of wish I had got the picture just to like post on Twitter and everything, but he didn't want one, so I didn't press it. So it was cool meeting him. And then let's just kind of jump into the Sword and Shield demo. Now, the Sword and Shield demo is literally the same demo as the E3 demo, which is the Nessus Gym demo. I think the game looks way better than people gave it credit for. That's the first thing. There's not a lot. I mean, because the demo itself literally includes doing this water puzzle and then fighting Nessa. That's literally the demo. It's like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how quick you are. But the game looks better than what people give it credit for. The game is better paced. I think for a little while we were having issues between the games of not being properly paced well enough when it came to animations. Where like a Pokemon would do an attack, and in some games, like Diamond and Pearl, for example, it would drag and you would take you forever before the game would actually, like, finish the animation. Like, you would hit the button and it's like a lag. Granted, Diamond and Pearl's issue was partially due to the frame rate being garbage. And let's be real here, the 3DS titles suffer that for various other reasons, too. So, but the game is very... Oh, fuck Twip, yo. Fuck Twip. Don't even get me started on that man. Mr. I'm not milking anything for views, right? And I'm like, bruh, you've done, listen. And I want to just make this point clear since you brought it up. Having critiques of Pokemon as an IP franchise or even Sword and Shield is not the problem. But when you literally make it the whole premise of your channel when it was not commonplace to be the premise of your channel, and the fact that every video is you negatively talking about the game that has not come out with, and then the last stupid fucking video he made talking about how Sword and Shield seems eerily similar to Sun and Moon, but when you watch the video, he gives a bunch of vague fucking statements talking about Hop and How are so similar. And I almost want to be like, in what way? Their outfits are different. You don't know enough about Hop's personality to make that claim. Like, he's just making vague statements. Team Yell and Team Skull are too similar. In what way? Skull was a band of misfits. Team Yell is literally Marnie's fan group. By the way, Marnie doesn't like that fan group. And then he had the audacity on top of all that other shit to talk about Marnie and Gladion being the same. Now, in what way, you stupid? I hate that shit. There's a difference between critiquing and then just talking a bunch of vague nonsense reviews. Shit drives me nuts. Twip has just been a problem, period. Because once he realized he could get a bunch of money off a bunch of people who are angry, I hate that shit. Essentially, he just took advantage of the frustrations of the fan base and then just ran with it for views and clicks and shit. That shit just drives me nuts. I can't stand that. And which is weird because like we haven't seen enough of the game. Oh, look at them doing the Galarian forms like the Alolan forms. Yeah, but this is an improvement because A, they're not just doing Gen 1 Galarian. They're not just doing Gen 1 Pokemon like they did with Alola. And they're giving extra evolutions to Pokemon that didn't have them before. Well, he couldn't get away with it because they don't have the same color scheme. Gladion and Marnie both have black in their designs, so that was enough to make a bullshit ass comparison. But just talking about the Nessa thing, I'm also glad that like Dynamaxing isn't like it isn't like what I would view Mega Evolutions and Z moves to a lot of Pokemon where they were essentially you won the match because you have your Mega Evolution or your Z move. Like, just because your opponent Dynamaxes doesn't necessarily mean you are going to die automatically. You can survive hits from Dynamax Pokemon, which is great, because I didn't want any of this fucking shit where like, oh look, Dynamaxing, and I can cheat the game for 3 turns. Pokemon making these critiques when the game isn't out yet. Yeah, it's weird, and it's funny as fuck, because the whole issue other people had was them showing too much of the game like they did with Sun and Moon. It also seems ridiculous to me about you complaining about how similar an old version of the game is, like how similar this game is to another game, but the whole bring back the National Dex controversy has been about bringing back old Pokemon to a new generation. So your complaint about the Alola and about Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield is that they're too similar, but the feature that you're crying about currently is making them even more similar by having more old Pokemon available. This is the shit that got Black and White screwed. And Black and White was such a good game too. That's what frustrates me. Black and White is such a good game and got screwed because the Pokemon fan base was on some bullshit. I'm cool with them showing more characters. I have no problem with Bede, Marnie, Hop. We don't know enough about them. Yeah, Clocked It. Hey, what's up, Clocked It? Yeah, they're not one-hit moves. They like, you can take a hit from a Gigantamax attack. And the fact that like they only last 3 turns is a lot better than Mega Evolutions. People like to pretend like Mega Evolutions weren't kind of broken mechanics. Mega Evolutions had the idea in the right place, which is that giving Pokemon who previously weren't good another chance to be good. And in that sense, I was like, cool, Mega Evolutions are cool. The problem with Mega Evolutions came in the fact that Game Freak chose the wrong fucking Pokemon to give Megas to. Half of the Pokemon that got Megas did not need Megas. Salamence did not need a Mega. Charizard didn't need 2 Megas. Mewtwo didn't need any fucking Megas. I missed one. Oh, Alakazam didn't need a fucking Mega. In some ways, you could argue Heracross didn't need a fucking Mega. And they were just broken ass mechanics. People like him because of the fan service, and I can appreciate it. That's why I wasn't angry with it. Well, see, Beedrill was like an exception. Like Beedrill, I'm like, okay, cool, because Beedrill was a Pokemon that wasn't highly represented. I don't mind Megas for Pokemon who deserved them, but it was another one of those games where it was like, oh, let's do a bunch of Gen 1 biased, and then on top of that, let's give some of the strongest Pokemon. Yeah, Garchomp is another one. What the fuck? Garchomp was already broken to begin with. Why in the world would you need to give Garchomp a Mega? It was stupid. Mega Evolutions were cool in concept, and Z-Moves I don't really have that much against. Z-Moves did that same thing where it had preferential treatment for certain Pokemon, which was a bunch of bullshit. But like overall, Z-Moves I think were a better change than Megas. I'm also glad that Galar, that they've focused on new items and new abilities. I feel like, not saying the other generations didn't have new abilities, but like, it seems like the items and new abilities that they introduced during Worlds are like inherently designed to stop the same old bullshit ass tactics that become really popular around Gen. I think the Trick Room shit setup was like around Gen 5 and 6. Oh yeah, Mawile is fine. Actually, I like Mawile purely for the fairy typing. But here's the thing. I feel like Mega Evolutions could have easily been just turned into evolutions. Some of these, literally, they could have just been evolutions. And actually, it would have worked better. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see if I... Okay, but anyways, I do hope Nessa doesn't have, like, 2 Pokemon like she does in the demo. Unless she's early gym leader. If she's an early gym leader, then fine. But if she's, like, 3rd or 4th gym leader... Because that's the one thing I hated about Gen 6. Gen 6 had your fucking Elite Four only have, like, 4 Pokemon. And I'm like, bruh, you're the Elite Four. Why don't you have a full team? I think Diantha was the only one that had a full team. It seems like I would agree with that to a degree, Revolver, where it seems like they're willing to take risks again. It's funny because Gen 5 went through the same shit where people got mad that Gen 5 only had only gave you the regional decks and you could not get the national decks until post game, which was insane to me. Which was weird in that game because that game got a bunch of shit and they gave you the national decks afterwards. But the fact that you couldn't use them in the main adventure. That's why I feel like Gen 5 still gets shitted on for some reason. I think a lot of people have come around on it, but man, it needed more love. And it's a shame. It also doesn't help that generation finished when the 3DS had just came out, so it didn't help. Yeah, it's literally the same speed. Like if you thought it was fast in the treehouse footage, it's fast in the demo. I guess I can talk about Pokemon Masters next. There's not a lot to talk about with the Sword and Shield demo because if you went and looked up footage of the Sword and Shield demo from E3, you know what it looks like. So I guess I'll talk about Masters. If you play Fire Emblem Heroes, Masters is going to be a fucking problem. That's all I'm going to say about that. Masters will be Masters set up in like storybook chapters, kind of like how Fire Emblem Heroes chapters are, where like you do like chapter 1, chapter 2, like a prologue or an epilogue and all that kind of shit. That's what Pokemon Masters is, except you're recruiting sync pairs instead of just like, so essentially, actually it's very like Fire Emblem Heroes. Like literally it feels like Masters took the structure of Fire Emblem Heroes and said, well, fuck that, we can do it with Pokemon. And they can, because Pokemon has a lot of fan favorite characters who were not properly represented in any other medium, in any medium outside of the games. No, let me rephrase that. Besides, the games are their worst medium, even though that's where they introduced that. They're also fully voice acted. The only thing that's gonna be different with Masters is that Masters won't be as lewd as Heroes tends to get. Heroes sometimes does not give a fuck, like at all. It is forced pairs though. You cannot change the pairs. So whatever. Rose. The thing is, they only let me go through the story mode. I couldn't really mess with the menus. It's literally just the story mode. I imagine it. Although I did see that there are different versions of Brock. I think they recently showed that off in a tweet, where Brock has like 2 different looks. So I imagine it's gonna be like what they've been doing with like Camilla and Lynn in Heroes. That's the other thing, and it's right that people don't fucking acknowledge. That is a really cool feature that does not get a lot of more love. And the fact that the transition is nothing. It's literally I ride my bike and then as soon as I hit the water, I'm just gone. There is no like stop, hit A or some shit. That's the shit I appreciate. Masters, but like I said, like if you play Heroes, you play Masters. Except it won't be as lewd, but it definitely is gonna be in that same tier. Weird question time. Can you walk in the game by moving the analog stick forward slightly? Yeah. They're essentially, it looks like, from what I remember in some of the trailers and some of the footage, essentially they might have re-added the sneaking mechanic that was in, was it Oros? It's either in Oros or Sun and Moon, I forget which. I think, actually, yeah, because we haven't had the bike since... no, we had the bike in Gen 6. I think it was Gen 6 when we... It's Gen 7 when we lost the bike, I believe. No, did we have the bike in Gen 6? Yeah, I think we had the bike in Gen 6. It's either... The last time we saw the bike was either Gen 6 or Gen 5. I forget which. No, Oros! Oros, there we go. The sneaking mechanic. Oros was the last game. I'm sorry. You're right. Oros was the last game. Because the bike was so important. What's up, Lightning? Yeah, Oros was the last time we didn't have it in Gen 7. Oros had the sneaking. That's what I'm thinking of. It seems like they've brought that back. We've seen that in trailers, actually. Everyone's telling... I know, guys. That's the joy of having lag in stream. By the time I say it, you've already typed it. Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Fuck me. Fuck. But yeah, there'll be like... And and we have 360 movement, which isn't really a shocker. We already had like 360 movement in Sun and Moon. Whereas I think in Gen 6 and in Oros it was like... No, in Gen 6 it was like 8 ways. And then I think we got 360 in Oros with like a few more like animation details. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Gen 6. I include Oros in Gen 6 when I say Gen 6. Because Oros is a Gen 6 game. It's not a Gen 7 game. Although it's unfinished as fuck anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think that's the main stuff from Worlds video game wise. That Masters is gonna be a fucking problem. Purely because of its Fire Emblem Heroes, and it has a lot more recognizable characters that people want to have on their team. And then you have Sword and Shield, which is the E3 demo, so it's not anything new information that you didn't already know. Like anything you already knew from the E3 demo, you would still know. There is no difference because it's not different. So and people will still use it as like a fucking conversation about graphics and shit. And I'm like, it's an E3 demo. It's a demo that was made like probably before June. But that's what we do. That's what we do. So I guess the next thing up, it would be Gamescom stuff. Gamescom has been going on. Oh, actually, I believe it just ended. And we've gotten a good bit of news and information that has come out. A lot of it, for as far as Nintendo-wise, isn't anything crazy. But there are a few things that we probably need to make note of. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Spongebob, because that's something I care about immensely. What's up, Brad Craig? I think I pronounced that right. I'm going to talk about SpongeBob Rehydrated, because SpongeBob Heat Rehydrated is very fucking important to me, because I love SpongeBob Heat Rehydrated. Oh, they don't need the double. I don't think Pokemon Company would let them go directly the same route as heroes. They just wouldn't do it because of what Pokemon is. But so let's talk about SpongeBob SquarePants Rehydrate. Oh yeah, that Dragon Quest demo. God damn. I already got that game preloaded, so I almost don't want to play the demo. I have the demo downloaded, but I also preloaded the game because I did the Nintendo online vouchers. So I kind of don't want to play the demo just because I want to play the full game. Like as a full experience. The next game I'm getting is Astral Chain, by the way. But anyway, so SpongeBob SquarePants Rehydrated. For those who don't know, I fucking love this game. It was one of my favorite platformers on the GameCube. And they finally showed footage. They finally showed footage of it at Gamescom. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the art style. I do have a few nitpicks. But other than that, like, the game looks insanely close to its original GameCube, PS2, Xbox iteration. And you can tell the game is still in pre-alpha because they don't have like the wedgie jump on the later half of Jellyfish Fields, where you're not all the way up the mountain, but you're like halfway up the mountain, and then you can go grab the hook and do like the wedgie thing. But it's not available in the demo, so I'm assuming it's not there yet. We also don't know what Sandy and Patrick's gameplay looks like, even though you still see the stuff there. The level is literally like a one-to-one recreation of the original Jellyfish Field, so like 90% of the shit I'm cool with. There's only a few things I have nitpicks about. The first thing is, if anyone remembers, when you talk to an NPC for the first time in a new level, one of the major things that was different is that, like, SpongeBob, like, they would zoom the camera in, like it was literally like a cinematic conversation. So the camera would, like, spin towards each character as they were talking, and the animation with their mouth actually stopped when they stopped talking. So it wasn't like, for example, it wasn't like this. It wasn't like, "Hello guys, my name is SpongeBob." Like, my mouth, the mouth would stop moving when I stopped talking. I noticed, at least in the demo they showed off, the mouths don't do that. Like, the camera doesn't zoom in that close, so you can't get the full look, like the little more cinematic look that the original game had. I'm trying to think what was the other thing I had an issue with. I'm curious if they've made any new... They talked about adding cut content like Robo Squidward, and it was Robo Squidward and it was something else. Oh, and they were talking about difficulty scaling. I don't know what they mean by difficulty scaling to a degree. Not saying SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for King Ball did not get hard, but it didn't get... I wouldn't say it got hard until like the latter half of the game. So I don't want it to be one of those like it's too easy. There are certain stages that need to be changed to a degree. Kelp Forest is the first fucking stage on the top of my head that I'm thinking about. Kelp Forest in the original game was a dark ass stage that also had like solutions to its puzzles. Didn't seem like they should work. For those who don't know the puzzle I'm specifically talking about, where Patrick has to like lift a stone head, but he has to get it on the other side of like this crevice, but there's like this big ass rock in the middle, so he can't like walk straight over. And the way you have to do is you have to bounce on a leaf, and you just have barely enough of an inch to like get over. That's the kind of shit that needs to be changed. I'm curious if they're gonna add any new music in, because certain stages, the one I'm thinking of is Sand Mountain. Sand Mountain didn't have original music. Sand Mountain just used like the hub world music, and then like a little bit of, and then like the sliding music. It reused music from other stages. So I'm curious if they're gonna add new music or not, because they may or they may not. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know where the hell you're gonna put the robot Squidward fight at, because the game was was paced well. It was like you did 3 stages and then you fought a boss, and you did another 3 stages, you fought a boss, and you did another 3 stages. Like, it was, the first section was Jellyfish Fields, downtown Bikini Bottom, and then Goo Lagoon, and then you fought Robo Patrick. No, fought Robo Sandy. Then you did Rock Bottom, Sand Mountain, and it was Rock Bottom, Sand Mountain. What am I missing? And then you fought Robo Patrick. What's the other fucking thing? I'm trying to think. It's you had Kelp Forest, the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, and then SpongeBob's Dream was the final three. What was the other fucking thing? Rock Bottom, Sand Mountain. I'm missing one. What the hell was it? What was in that middle section? I don't remember. Damn it. Shit. Real quick, because it's going to bother me if I don't remember all the fucking stages. It's not that important, but I want to know anyway. Yeah, the game is looking great. I just want to know what the fuck the stages are. I know I'm missing a stage. And it's going to piss me off if I don't. Oh, the Murmur that was what it was. The Murmur was the other stage I'm missing. But anyways, I don't want to go too far on that. I know a lot of you didn't play that game or aren't that interested. But yeah. Otherwise, the game for the most part seems like it's going to be good. I'm just curious about the balancing. I know there is some stages and some sections that are kind of bullshit, but like the game wasn't what I considered insanely hard. It does have difficulty spikes in certain areas. It also depends because you could do certain section of stages in any order you want it. And I wonder if they're going to fix the issue where like because you have the freedom to pick any stage in that hub at any time, you could run into the issue where like every robot in that game had like its own introduction animation. But the problem that happened with some players is that they would get that animation after they already fought that enemy. So we'll see. I guess the other thing is, so SpongeBob was the main thing. Then we got, I'm trying to see, they showed a new level in Luigi's Mansion 3, which looks really good. That game looks fucking amazing. We saw more Zelda footage. They had the Nintendo Switch Lite there. I'm trying to think of what else. I think we got more Astral Chain, which at this point, I'm just ready for that game to come out because it comes out in like 5 days. What else? What else? I think the Pokemon demo was the same. Nintendo had a presence, but it wasn't like huge. There were just like a few things. And then obviously the Dragon Quest demo that's out, which go try the 10-hour fucking demo. It's like the beginning of the game. And the fact that the save data carries over literally means that if you like it but you don't want to play it again when the game comes out, you don't have to. The save data carries over. So you literally just start from where you ended in the demo. What else? And I guess just to kind of talk about what you guys are saying in the... Also, Mario and Sonic looks way better than I thought. Mario and Sonic at the 2020 games looks way better than what I thought it was going to. And I'm very surprised. Those Mario and Sonic titles have never been like titles I've been overly interested in. But I'm glad to see that they do look like an improvement, especially with the retro events. Although I've heard some people complain about certain aspects in the comments, but like overall, Mario and Sonic looks like it could be a pretty good game. And then just talking about Nintendo killing it this year, which has been fucking nuts. Which is because think about it, you got Astral Chain next week, next Friday, I believe. Then you got Daemon X Machina. You got Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Then you got Dragon Quest 11. Then you got Pokemon. No, wait, no. You got I think you got the Resident Evil pack. You got Hat in Time got its release date. Um, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. You got Luigi's Mansion 3. Then you got what else? Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, I've already talked about it. No, I said Astral Chain at first. It comes out next week. That's what I said. Nintendo, for the most part, has already run rickshaw all fucking over this year. They've won every NPD moving since the beginning of this year. Fucking Fire Emblems on some god tier shit. I would drop it on Dragon Quest 11 because Astral Chain, I don't imagine, because Dragon Quest 11 is gonna be a longer game, so I would just want to keep that on my Switch versus Astral Chain, which I know eventually I will take out. Yeah, next month, like, for the, you know what, for the sake of it, let's look it up. Let's look up Nintendo Switch releases in September. And let's just go through the list, yo. And then what makes it crazy is there's like a rumor of a Nintendo Direct next month. And I'm like, bruh, when the fuck do we need it? I don't think we need it right now. I wouldn't expect it until like I wouldn't expect a new Nintendo. I don't really need another Direct until like maybe October or November personally, because there's so much shit coming out. And then you got Witcher. That was the other game I'm thinking about. Witcher 3. God damn. Hold on. Real quick. I've gotten distracted. Hold on a second. Let's see. And then you got Banjo-Kazooie that has to come out at some point. Oh, no. I need to see. No, I need the Nintendo Switch. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, yeah, Metacritic. Metacritic works. Okay, so here we go. If we start from September and we talk about the games that matter, we got Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. We got Spyro. We got River City Girls, because I'm a wait for it loser and I don't care. Fucking love Shantae. By the way, Shantae 5 is looking lit. It looks like a mix between Pirate's Curse and fucking Half Genie Hero. And that's what I want. Man, I'm so excited for that. But I don't think it has a release date yet. So anyways, River City Girls, NBA 2K20, what else? Daemon X Machina. You got some Lego games. Zelda. Ni no Kuni comes out next month. Contra comes out. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. Dragon Quest comes out. FIFA comes out. Ori comes out. The first DLC for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 comes out. That's all in fucking September. That's all in September. I don't know what... I feel like Nintendo was like, look, they're coming out with PS5 and Xbox, whatever, next year. So we are going to take all of this money this year. There is no contest. Even if Death Stranding is a 10 out of 10 game, that to me is not enough to stop this onslaught that is happening right now. These motherfuckers are going to run through the rest of this year like they got a motherfucking problem, yo. It's insane. It is absolutely insane, yo. And then if we even go to October, let's go to October for the hell of it. Sniper Elite 3, Baldur's Gate, the Ghostbuster Remaster, Trine 4, The Witcher 3, Digimon, Disgaea 4, Resident Evil 5 and 6, Super Monkey Ball, the Resident Evil Triple Pack, Luigi's Mansion 3. Fuck, man. And then obviously, and then what? In November, you got what? Doom Eternal and Pokemon, which, oh, and Super Lucky's Tale. Like, it's so much. It's so much, yo. And then people are talking about there's a September Direct, which I haven't looked up anything. I don't know. I haven't looked up I heard there's already been leaks for the Nintendo Direct, but I haven't looked it up. Man, and from what I've heard, just from people talking about it, they were like, this Nintendo Direct is going to be ridiculous. And I'm like, why do we need a ridiculous Nintendo Direct, yo? Literally the next, 3 months. The next 3 months. September, October, November. I don't need shit. I don't need a goddamn thing. Because you're still putting out DLC for other games. Astral Chain is essentially a September game. Fucking Fire Emblem in itself is a 200-hour fucking game. Dragon Quest 11 is a 200-hour fucking game. So the fuck is Witcher. The fuck do I need a Direct for? I am completely content with everything coming out, and they're sitting over in the corner like, well, just to let you know, before Animal Crossing comes out, we ain't done. And I'm like, bruh, y'all out here trying to look like DJ Khaled with this another one shit. I'm good. Unless it's an update to the online, I don't really care. I'll be real with you. There aren't a lot of games I really need that you haven't already put on the system at this point. Ori was the only other Xbox exclusive next to Sunset Overdrive that I was interested in, which I have Sunset Overdrive on PC, got Cuphead on Switch, probably buy Ori on Switch. Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey man, I fuck with that Switcher. Yeah, I saw Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet came out. At this point, the only thing I really need is some of the Simmering Conquer games that are on PS4 to be ported to Switch. I don't need a lot else, honestly. And even those games I don't fucking need. I'm so content with what I got and what I'm getting. I'm good. I'm good. And it's crazy because 2018 was such a meh year. 2018 didn't get its shit together till the end of it. And it was really with 1 or 2 games. And then you come in on 2019 bruh, I'm about to hit y'all with that haymaker. I'm in the back bruh, I don't need it. I'm good. And they're just whoof, 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 whoof. It's crazy. Nier would be good. Nier would be cool too. I'm not even sweating it. I'll be real with you at this point, yo. I don't know how many more games. I don't need, personally, I don't need nothing else. Nier is cool, but I already own Nier, so it's not a big deal for me. Also, I figured Platinum would be busy with, well, I assume Astral Chain's already gone gold, and then Bayonetta 3, I think, is the main focus right now. Yeah, I saw the Blast Blue cross tag battle DLC during Evo is when they announced Yumi and a few other characters. I'm good. I'm perfectly good. At this point, you can't really put out too much else to blow me away. The only thing that's gonna get me is Shantae for Smash. That's the only thing that's gonna kill me, yo. I'm content. I got at least 7 or 8 games I want to get. And I wouldn't even be able to afford it right now. I just went to fucking Washington, D.C. I'm broke. Man. And then I saw Juice's video from yesterday talking about top 5, and he was struggling. And I'm like, bruh, how are you struggling to come up with a top 5, man? There's so much shit. There is so much shit. It's insane. And that's just the games off the top of my head. If I went and looked at the list, I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Then you got stuff like Professor Layton, and then the HD port of Yokai Watch 1. Jesus Christ. I don't know what possessed them in 2019 to be like, bruh, we're hitting this ground running. And we gonna make sure that you remember that we own our shit. And I was like, okay, alright, Nintendo, Jesus Christ. But we probably got like 15 minutes left of this episode, so if anyone wants to have any questions for me, I will answer those because I think my voice is giving out. And I woke up with a splitting headache that never really went away today, so I'm not going to be here too long. What four games are you getting next month, Bad Latency? And I would fuck with Rex and Pyra. Personally, I would, but you know. And I've heard rumors about the new Monolith Soft. Like, Monolith Soft has another game on the way. And I'm like, bitch, how? How do you have a game already, yo? It's been like 2 years. And you had DLC for Torna come out last year. How do you have another game ready, yo? It's so much. Nintendo fans are just chilling right now. We like, bruh, don't get out. We're good. We are good. The only thing at this point you could possibly announce to fuck some Nintendo fans up is like a new Star Fox or F-Zero. Lightning, I don't want to get too much into that because I'll talk about it tomorrow night during KG's podcast. So there's no point in me bringing it up again. There's no point in me talking about it now and then repeating it myself later. So it would make more sense just to wait. Ugh, I can't, man. Just talking about the game lineup is nuts. And then you had motherfuckers in the back complaining about Switch Pros and shit. Bruh, I'm good. Not saying I wouldn't buy a Switch Pro. I'm just saying I'm good. Look at that. Look at all. That's 4 games for 4 weeks. Fucking, I feel like Daemon X Machina is going to get swept under the rug and is going to bum me the fuck out, man. I feel like Daemon X Machina is one of those games we need to support. But, man, it's not even the personality. Mythra is just a better character. Mythra is the character to me. I mean, I'm not saying a direct wouldn't be pointless, because let's be real here. We don't know much for next year. So, it's not like a direct would be pointless. I just don't need one in September, yo. Like, you could wait until, like, October. I would say at the earliest October. At the latest, I would say November, December. And then, obviously, we have the Game Awards, which the last few years, Nintendo's been like, look, we're going to reveal shit at the Game Awards. So, if you're going to reveal shit at the Game Awards, Nintendo, like, I would save at least one of your announcements for that, and then the rest of it could be in, like, a November Direct. Oh, best girl between Misako and Kyoko? Oh, that's hard, because I have a thing for ponytails. But my love of Raven makes me conflicted. Oh, no. No. Oh, no, that's conflicting. Hold on a second. I need to refresh myself with the designs. No. It's probably going to be Kyoko. It's probably going to be Kyoko. And I fucking like Misako, but goddamn it, it's probably going to be Kyoko. How have you not beaten Odyssey yet, yo? That's insane. Oh, is Ori on the same day? Oh, no, that's Dragon Quest. I already pre-ordered Dragon Quest. That was going to happen regardless. Fucking Ori might get bought in December, yo. That's like the earliest I might get it. What the hell is going on? Anywho, let's see. But yeah, Ori's gonna wait. Ori's gonna wait at least until like around December. Cause Pokemon's gonna kill me. Hey man, listen, Nintendo's is like, bruh, I think, and to be fair, I think it's fair for Nintendo to be like, look, if you got the shit, show the shit. Like realistically, I think it might be better for Nintendo to be like, look, we have momentum, and people can't even tell me they don't. Nintendo is on such a high right now. It might be good to bring it out only to maintain momentum. Because all they got, realistically, it's a direct that isn't necessary, but can easily extend the hype train for like another 6 months. Because all they got to do is talk about some early January titles, or like some surprise announcements and shit, and that's it. Dude, and it's crazy because all they got to do is talk about some old school. I'll see you later, Clocked It. Thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Because all you got to do is show some stuff like some old school games like, bruh, do you know what like a new Jet Set Radio would do to me? Or a new Beautiful Joe? I would, man, you don't know. Oh, Jesus. Especially a new fucking Beautiful Joe would hurt me, bro. Or if I got like the next Sonic game announcement, I would fucking die. Or Kid Icarus. There's shit you can show and fuck me up for the next 6 months, man. But it'd be like one of those, like, I think it would end up being one of those directs that has no right to be as good as it ends up being. It's almost kind of like E3 to a degree. E3 was nuts. Considering how dead the rest of E3 was, when Nintendo came out there with their E3 presentation, they were like, yo, by the way, here's a bunch of shit that you didn't think we were going to show, that we're showing, and that you can buy relatively soon. And then they ended that shit with Zelda and Banjo, and niggas in the back are like, bruh, I didn't need to see none of that. But God, I love it so fucking much. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm geeking out too much. Man, oh man. I guess the last thing I can mention real quick is Sony's acquisition of Insomniac, which has been an interesting thing because it came out on the same day as like the whole Disney and Sony issue with Spider-Man currently. I'm only going to talk about the Insomniac thing real quick because that's the only thing that's interesting. The whole situation with Insomniac is about on the same tier as like Microsoft getting like the Coalition. I mean, not whoever develops the Forza games. Like, it's one of those things you almost thought it should already have happened, because like, other than Sunset Overdrive, they primarily have been doing Sony games anyway. Actually, Sunset Overdrive was the exception, not the rule. So it's kind of like, oh, Sony now has full ownership of Insomniac, and I'm like, okay. Nothing's going to change because they just put out Spider-Man last year. So their next game won't be ready probably at the earliest. We might see a teaser next year at the earliest. So it doesn't mean a lot to me personally. I understand it's a cool announcement, but it just doesn't mean a lot in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, we thought you already had that developer because they primarily make games for you anyway. So it's like people are acting like, woo, man, that's a bombshell. And I'm like, it's not that much of a bombshell. It's like if Nintendo were to talk about like they got the rights to retro, and you're just like, you didn't already have the rights to retro? The fuck? Why not? It's retro. They only make games for you. That's the Insomniac situation. They already only make games for you anyway, so why is it even a big deal? Well, spoiler alert, it's not. That's the whole problem. So, that's really my thoughts as far as that's concerned. It's nothing really crazy. It's just kind of like, alright, cool. You have You have the right to Insomniac now. I guess that's a thing we can talk. That's of note. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note to talk about. Gamescom. I know people were pretty happy about the Gears of War stuff that was shown. Gears of War 5 comes out next month, so that's Xbox's game. A game. Oh, Jesus. I honestly think that's it. So, yeah, see, that's that same joke. Everyone thought that Insomniac was already owned by Sony. But Sony's also been very good with that whole fake exclusive shit where, like, people think that they own these games and they don't. I guess another cool announcement is if, like, the mainline Persona games were on Nintendo systems too. That'd be kind of cool. Or if we got, like, Catherine. I like Catherine. I know there was some drama with what was going on with the game, but full body, but still, I think classic Catherine be cool. Retro is gonna be the enigma at this point. I'm past worrying about retro, and I'm just kind of like, look, when retro puts out the game and trailer is when I'll be excited. Like for right now, every time everyone bets on retro, it's not worth betting on. So I'm just not gonna bet on retro. I'm just gonna chill. Oh, one sec. Let's see. Well, Lightning, they're doing Bayonetta 3. There's not even a question what they're doing next. Bayonetta 3 is the game that will be promoted next from Platinum. It's weird because it's kind of weird because Astro Chain, if I remember correctly, was announced this year. Like, if I remember correctly, let me make sure. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it was announced this year. When was it announced? Let's see. Yeah, I think Astro Chain was announced this year, so it's not even like. I'm double checking, but I'm pretty sure Astro Chain was announced this year. Just let me double check real quick. I think the first trailer for Astro Chain came out this year. I guess it would be on Nintendo's channel, wouldn't it? So let's go look. But I'm pretty sure Astral Train was shown off in 2019 and released in 2019. That's 2 months ago. That's a month ago. Yeah, Astral Chain ain't even been out that long. No, I'm lying. It came out. It's been almost a year. I think it was in the September Direct, wasn't it? Let me make sure. Maybe you're not. That's fine. Sorry, I got distracted. It's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. It's fine. Anywho, I think that's it. I think it's enough. At this point, I'm rambling and babbling, and that's probably not good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. The next one will be next Sunday. Like usual, I shouldn't have anything going on. If I do, I will put it on Twitter. So, in case you forgot, follow me on Twitter, because that's where I post a lot of updates to things, and it's an easy way to like interact with me. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. It is highly appreciated, the love I got just on these videos and just in general. Yeah, I'll go back and look later, but I'm pretty sure. No, wait, was it announced? That means it was probably announced during King K. Rool, so maybe late last year. Maybe late last year. I'm not sure. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But like I said, Astral Chain was announced, and it's coming out relatively soon. And that Astral Chain's release date so early. But anywho, life's a game. Play to win. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for support. Follow me on the socials. Thanks for the and you can support me on Patreon if you want to. With that, I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, because this headache has not gone away and migraines suck. Always go to sleep early, kids, because if you don't, you have to put up with this shit all fucking day.